Working the late shift at Hooters isn't glamorous. Most nights were routine, fryers sizzling, orders coming in, and the hum of conversation and clattering dishes. Nothing ever disturbed me until that night. It was around 11:50 p.m. I was wiping down the grill, trying to finish my side prep, when headlights bounced off the windows. A delivery truck pulled up silently outside the back door, not the usual branded delivery van. No one inside spoke as the driver jumped out, carrying 3 unmarked cardboard boxes. They were labeled in black Sharpie, "Premium Cuts." The driver handed a clipboard to Carl, the branch manager. He looked normal enough on paper, mid-30s, slicked back hair, a permanent smirk, but something about his eyes always made me uneasy. That night, he barely glanced at the receipt, shoved it into his pocket, and muttered, "Leave him alone. Just freezer stock, Louise." I nodded, but something in the pit of my stomach didn't sit right. The boxes were heavy, the tape was peeling, and they smelled weird. Carl wheeled them inside like they were nothing and slammed the door shut behind him. The shift ended. I clocked out, grabbed my keys, and headed for my car. But as I reached the alley outside the back, I realized I'd left my phone on the prep table. Not a big deal. I figured I'd just grab it and leave. I went back in, and this time I noticed the freezer humming louder than usual. I froze. The door, which Carl had slammed shut, was now slightly ajar. I had no reason to open it. He specifically asked me to leave the boxes alone, but something gnawed at me. Curiosity? A gut instinct? I pulled the door fully open. Cold air hit my face, fogging the glasses I wasn't wearing. I stepped inside, eyes adjusting to the dim freezer light. I saw one of the boxes, opened. I swear my heart stopped. Vacuum-sealed bags of raw meat lay spilling out, stacked unevenly. At first, I thought maybe a box had torn in transport. But something was wrong. The cuts were uneven and jagged. The color was off, not fresh red, but a sickly brown pink that made my stomach churn. In addition to the unsettling color, there was a tattoo. It was faint, almost invisible beneath the packaging, but unmistakable. A small crescent moon tattoo on a wrist. My blood ran cold. That tattoo, I knew it. One of our missing Hooters waitresses, Jenna, had that exact tattoo. I stumbled back, fumbling for my phone. Hands shaking, I dialed 911.
Hello? There's human meat in the freezer at Hooters. You need to send someone. Please, hurry.
The dispatcher asked questions I barely heard. I was hyper-aware of every sound. The hum of the freezer, the empty street, and my own breathing. I was about to give them the address when a voice stopped me. "You don't understand, Louise." I spun around. Carl was standing there, knife glinting in the alley light. His smirk was gone. His eyes were hard and dark. "You're seeing things that aren't there."
I saw it,
I said, my voice shaking.
The tattoo. It's her. There's human...
Carl stepped closer, raising the knife slightly. "You misheard, or you misunderstood. Nothing here is what you think it is." I backed up instinctively, bumping into the dumpster. My adrenaline spiked. I pressed the phone against my ear and whispered into it.
He's here. He's got a knife.
The dispatcher told me to stay calm as the cops were on their way. Carl lunged, just a quick swipe, more of a threat than an attack. I dodged and ran toward the street, shouting,
Help! Somebody help me!
I hid behind this heap of trash bags waiting for the cops. When they finally arrived, they found Carl inside. He was putting those meat boxes in a large bag, probably planning to run away. They caught him quickly. He didn't resist. But even as they cuffed him, I saw the panic in his eyes turn to something colder, more calculated. They searched the freezer and found more boxes. They ripped them open carefully, gloved hands moving like surgeons. Every box contained vacuum-sealed human remains. I couldn't look directly at most of them, but the tattoos were unmistakable. Jenna, another missing cook, and even a manager from a different branch. Carl tried to explain it away. He said he handled premium cuts for specialty events, and there was a misunderstanding. But the officers weren't buying it. Evidence, DNA, fingerprints, it all pointed to him. I watched him being let out, still trying to charm, still trying to argue, and I realized something that would stay with me forever. He didn't see these people as people, just inventory, premium cuts. That was what he called them. I never returned to that Hooters. I couldn't. I can't. They offered me counseling and relocation. I turned them down. I don't know where I would go if I felt safe again. I quit restaurant work entirely. Sometimes, late at night, I still wake up with the cold fear pressing on me. The memory of the tattoo, the way he smirked when he held the knife. It's like a shadow I can't shake. I walk past Hooters on the highway occasionally. The building's lights hum in that familiar orange glow, and I get that same feeling in my gut, like someone's watching me, like those boxes are still there, waiting for the next shift, the next person who thinks they're safe. Because I'm not just scared of men like Carl, I'm also terrified of those who ordered his premium cuts.